Good morning, children. Good morning, children. Good morning, children. This is Grandma Teacher Kina. I'm here today to help you with a DIY STEM home light table. Okay, kiddies, in order for us to get ready to do our STEM light project today, I'm going to need you to go get mom, dad, if you have a teacher in your home, a caregiver, grandma, or grandpa. And these are some of the items that you're going to need. Okay? It's important that you go get mom, dad, a caregiver. If you live with a teacher, mom or dad, a grandma or a grandpa, or any older brother or sister that you're home with today. First, I want to make sure that you completed your remote learning assignments today because we're going to check and make sure that you did all of your assignments first, okay? And then you can have fun after. So, here are some of the supplies that you're going to need. You don't need all of them, but if you do have all of them, it's even more fun. So, moms, dads, caregivers, if you have one of these large plastic totes, it doesn't matter the brand, you just need one large plastic tote, a little container like this that has a grid on the back or holes. It's up to you. If you have one, that's fine. A tea light or two, if you have them. The battery operated ones work best. If you have flashlights or camp lights, these also work really well. You're going to need one of the small shoe totes that you get from your General Dollar store. Okay, that's the small tote. And you're going to need 1, 2, or 3. It's up to you, whatever you have at home. Don't go out and purchase anything extra. I'm sure you all have these things at home. It can be holiday lights, party lights, or Christmas lights. They can be any color. Any form of light works. This is why I'm showing you the different varieties of how you can do this DIY light table with any form of light. Anything that plugs into an outlet or that is battery operated is the most preferable method. Please do not use fire or candles. Okay? Now, parents, here's where you come in. I need you to be a handy helper right now, okay? Parents, your job is to plug in all of the lights, and then what I do is I take a piece of tape or two and I run it across the outlet and the plugs to discourage children from touching it. You can do this activity safely, okay? Children, remember, do not touch the outlet. That is for grown-ups' hands only. Okay? That's the grown-up job. Thank you. All right. So, parents, how do you make a DIY light table? For most of us who are teachers, sometimes our budgets just don't call for a lot of expensive equipment. And so we have to think outside the box in how to create those high-end items that we're not able to purchase. So here's how most light tables are created, either at home or in smaller childcare settings. As a current teacher and a former teacher in a childcare setting, these are the things that I am used to using. Okay, so let's start here. You can take one of the shoe totes. Always make sure that the totes are clear or either that they have a grid backing. Okay, these work perfect. You can take this clear shoe tote and you just flip it over on top of any set of lights. Okay? Make sure whatever lights you're using, if you're using one or more sets, if you are making one or more light tables, depending on how many children you're working with today, please make sure that the lights are tucked completely under each tote. Okay? You see how beautiful that is? You can also take the tote and put it on top of the flashlights. You see how cool that is? You also have the ability to put the shoe bin on top of tea lights. I like this effect because the light illuminates. So that helps our children who are more anxietal, or for our children who really need to have like a 10 or 15 minute focus span. So these are really good for those types of children. But any child can use these light tables. Also, they're really good for adults as well. They can be quite calming. Okay. You can also, again, you can use a grid. If you put a few tea lights under the grid, that's pretty cool. Under the flashlights, look how cool that is. Under the clear lights, that's pretty cool. The purple lights for on and off effect, I like that. And underneath these lights, which are much brighter, I like that effect as well. But here's where it really gets fun. If you take the large tote, if you want to create a larger table, flip it over onto any set of lights. Look how cool that is. You can see on the inside. Here's what it looks like on the outside. Here's what it looks like from the other side. So you can also create that snow globe effect. Sometimes what I do is I give my students little small figurines. Sometimes the girls like to put baby dolls in there. The boys like to put cars inside of there sometimes to create like a snow globe effect. On top, however, this is where the table portion comes in. So the children, one or two children, kind of sit around at the edge, either side of the back of the bin, and you put toys on top of this. And this is what creates the light table. This is perfect if you own a set of Magna-Tiles. This is perfect for that. The Magna-Tiles can go inside with the light. The children can create like a little city around the lights with the Magna-Tiles. They can create structures on top of the back of the bin or light table. That's so much fun. Any sort of translucent toy or blocks that you own are perfect for this. You can switch up the lights, different colors. This is a flashing table. Again, you can use one or more sets of lights. It's up to you. Here's what it looks like with the crystal clear lights. That's really pretty. Look at that from the side. Okay. You may also add it to the flashlights. You can add any kind of flashlights you wish. It's up to you. Whatever you have at home, please just use that. Think outside the box, but don't use any sort of light that requires a match or that requires fire. That's very dangerous. Please do not use any sort of fire operated lights Only use lights that are battery operated or that you plug in to an outlet. Okay? You can do this safely, parents. I hope that your kids have hours and hours of fun. I have a few other tips and tricks. If you have a child or children who love to build forts, you can easily build this light table and you put it inside of the fort. The reason why this works inside of forts really cool, whether it's the big light table or if it's the smaller light table, it's up to you depending on the size that you want to use. It's up to you depending on what color you want to use. But the really cool part about this is when you add these items inside of a fort, because the fort area tends to be a little bit darker, it illuminates the light table even more. Can you imagine how much fun that is when you add a light table to your fort? Light tables can be used in day or night, in bright areas and darker areas. But there's so much more fun when you use them in darker areas, like if you have a playroom that you can pull the curtains and block out the sun. Children really love this kind of illuminated light. It's the same effect as when you are telling stories in a fort or underneath a tent that you made at home. It's that same activity, but the children are using their hands to create things, like if they're building something with Magna-Tiles, or if they're adding dolls or small figurines to their experience. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you again. Please share, click like, and give me any feedback if you have it. I hope that this helps. Bye. See you soon. I love you.